ZMTV. Streaming now at zmonline.com.
Hey, now I've got to ask you first of all, the question that everybody wants to know is when are you coming back? Because we know you're only here for a really short time.
Yeah.
So when do you reckon you'll come back?
Soon. I don't know. We don't have any specific date, but soon.
Yeah, and when you do come back, you'll spend longer here because New Zealand's a great place.
Yeah, because I leave tonight, so.
Oh, I know. How's you did a bungee jump, right?
Yeah, I did.
What is that something you've always wanted to do, Justin?
Well, I always wanted to jump off of a bridge. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've always, it's a great thing. I was really excited I got to come here and do something you guys do, and, it's fun.
We were really upset about your hat. Are you okay with that? I'm really sorry. It makes us seem really manky and dumb.
It does. No, it makes you guys, at first it left a bad taste in my mouth, but I was glad that, they came out and they're giving it back.
Yeah,
so,
they are. Oh, we're really sorry about that. We didn't want that to be your first impression of us.
It's all good.
I know that you see thousands of girls, and thousands of girls scream for you every day, which is better than them not screaming for you, right?
Yes.
But how do you know? What I want to know is how will you know when you see a girl that you actually really want to connect with? Like, is it going to be her smile or what she says to you or the way she flicks her hair? What do you reckon?
It's different. Her smile, her eyes, her personality, her, she has to be funny because I like to laugh, so.
Yeah. I may be a perfect girl. No, I'm joking. What does your mum tell you more than anything? What is the thing that she's always on at you? Because mums always do that. It's like one thing, like don't fall over or don't go out with wet hair, or what is it your mum says?
She's definitely just supportive in anything that I do, and she's always just wanting me to become a good person overall. So she's constantly telling me stay humble and don't get cocky and just remain a good kid.
Does she nag? Pick up your clothes? Do you?
She sometimes nags, but.
What is the best piece of advice? Because you've met some pretty cool people now. I mean, you're mates with Usher and Daddy and all that, and all those guys. What's the best bit of advice you reckon those guys have given you?
Same thing. Just remember to keep family first and stay humble, and that'll get you far.
What if your best friend had to describe you? Who is your best friend, by the way?
I have two best friends, Ryan and Chaz.
Yeah.
But on the road, I have my boy Dan, who is also my good friend, and my boy Michael.
Yeah. You got to have good people around you, right?
Yeah.
Because it must get. I don't think people realise you must spend a bit of time, sitting in hotel rooms, and it can. I guess, does it ever get lonely, or do you always have your boys?
I always have my boys with me, hanging out.
If I was to gate crash your hotel room and you're watching something on TV, what would I most likely catch you watching?
I don't really watch a lot of TV. You'll catch me in my room on my computer.
Doing what, like Twitter, Facebook?
Twitter, Facebook, like anything.
You're really good with your Twitter. Like
Thank you.
You remain, onto it. I was really impressed. And you do it yourself, right?
Yeah, I Twitter all myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed about your Twitter is you reply to people.
Yeah, I try to reply to as many people as I can.
God, that could be a full-time job, Justin.
I know.
Reply to all those people. Have you ever got into gaming and stuff like that, or is that just not your thing?
I like playing games like Xbox and stuff, but I'm not like a hardcore gamer or anything.
Yeah, you're pretty balanced, eh? Because do you also have to go to school?
I don't go to a school, but I have a tutor that travels with me and stuff.
Oh, wow. And how often do you have to do that? Because we like to think that
every day.
Really? For how long?
Yeah, for 3 hours a day or 5.
What's your best subject?
Probably English.
Totally worst subject?
Math.
Yeah, cool. Well, all you need to know is the number one, really. 3 weeks at number one, does that do your head up?
It was pretty crazy. I was really glad that I got to, number one. It was pretty incredible.
It is real incredible, eh? Because, when you were real little, who did you used to watch and think, man, if I could be like that, I want to be that person?
I always looked up to Michael Jackson and Boyz II Men and a lot of people like that.
Do you remember hearing that Michael had died?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy to me, like when I found out that he died. But his legacy still lives on.
You get to meet so many amazing people now. Who's the one guy? Because it doesn't matter how many famous people you meet when you are famous. Sometimes people are still really impressive. Who has impressed you the most meeting them?
Beyonce, because she was really hot.
Yeah, she's real hot. I know. Yeah, and she's hotter in real life, right?
Yeah.
What did she say to you? Do you remember? Or
I don't really remember. She was just like, really nice and really just like really smiley.
When was it that you realised that, man, I can make this a career? I can do this.
I never really thought that. I always just, I had fun with it, and I didn't really think it could be a career. It kind of just happened.
You said you wanted to go skydiving and you went bungee jumping today. What else do you dream of doing? Are there places you dream of going to that you haven't been to yet?
Italy.
that a really dumb
I want to go to Italy. No. Italy. I want to go to Italy.
What would you do there? Just kind of sightsee and stuff?
And eat a lot of food.
Yeah. Wow. Do you think that there are places that you won't be able to go to? And this isn't meant to be a sad question, but are there places that you probably won't be able to go to? Like, what happens if you want to go to Disneyland? What do you do?
I don't know. I tell them in advance I want to go to Disneyland, and then they put it in my schedule.
But would they have to close the place down for you, do you think?
Probably. I don't know. Unless I go in disguise.
Yeah, that'd be. Have you ever done that?
No.
Do you like to go shopping? Or is that something? That's what I wanted to ask you. Does your mum still do that stuff for you, or are you no? I know what my style is. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, my mom doesn't shop for me ever.
You do that all for yourself?
She just doesn't get stuff I like ever. I don't think any parent really does. Like once you get to become a certain age, like once you're like 15, 16, you're like, Mom, like, don't get me that knitted sweater that I wore in second grade. Like,
yeah. Does your mum, what kind of music is she into? Like, if you get in her car, because parents like to trap you in their car and then play their music that they like, right?
She's cool. She listens to a lot of music I like, so.
Oh, that's lucky.
Except, she listens to a lot of country too, so.
Oh, really?
I like it a little bit, but not a lot.
So, you're going home tonight? That's a long flight.
No, I'm not going home.
Oh, you're not going home tonight?
I'm going to Paris.
You're going to Paris tonight?
We'll have to stop off in Hong Kong, which is crazy. So we have a 10-hour flight to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Then we get on another flight to Paris for 10 more hours.
What are you going to do in Paris? It's kind of like this?
Yeah, we're only there for what, a day? 2 days? 1 day, yeah.
Wow.
Flying 20 hours for 1 day.
So when do you go home? When do you get to go home? Home?
Not for another, like, a year.
Oh, imagine that, living out of a suitcase for a year. That'd be
Seriously,
crazy.
like I'm not going to be back for another, like, what?
Oh, you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so you may come back here before you get home.
Maybe.
We'd love that. We'd love you to come do a whole bunch of concerts for us, because in New Zealand we love you, Justin. And as you can probably tell by the reaction, we're really sorry about your hat. We're really sorry that your mum got pushed over, because that really upset us. But we're really, really pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Troubles them that trouble me.